You have no idea how long I've waited to test this bike. Yeah! Not all bikes have to be functional, some just need to be fun. And if we're talking about the CFMOTO Papio XO, it is exactly that kind of bike. It is a tiny 125cc cafe racer, I guess, that just absolutely tugs at my heartstrings. Yes, I am a little biased because of how much I love the cafe racer look, but come on, look at this thing. It's got that dash of retro-futuristic style that honestly wouldn't even look out of place in the year 2077. The headlights are what give it its namesake, with what apparently is a video game controller inspired design, but my favorite angle of this thing has to be from the back. Now, I think on any larger, more serious motorcycle, the rear light and square underseat exhaust might look a little too corny, but I think it just works on the pocket-sized Papio XO. You know that you're not supposed to take this bike seriously, so I'm glad it absolutely looks the part. Now the thing you have to remember is that it's not made to go fast. The 12-inch rims, 9.4 horsepower and 8.3 Newton meters of torque remind me a lot of Kawasaki's Z125 Pro, and that typically means that you'll be passed by basically everything on the highway unless you absolutely cane it. I was able to top out at 109 kilometers per hour, fully tucked, throttle wide open, but that's not even enough to break the national speed limit on a Malaysian expressway. But that doesn't mean that it's not fun to ride. The engine makes an eager and sometimes even fierce thump as you cycle through its 6-speed gearbox, and the Papio's chassis seems perfectly happy to sit at around highway speeds. It's like a little puppy, you know? Maybe that's why it's called the Papio. What was most surprising was how comfortable the riding position was. I was ready for it to be terrible, you know, with its clip-ons, its tiny cramped frame and cafe racer lines, but I was very comfortable on it. I am about 179 centimeters tall, but the Papio felt nowhere near as cramped as the Z125 Pro. And that's surprising to me because the Kawasaki has handlebars and a far more upright riding position. Although it looks just like a style bike, the Papio comes packed with a lot of kit. Dual channel ABS, though probably not entirely necessary, is nice to see. And you'll find a set of upside down forks in the front and a preload adjustable monoshock in the back. It is incredibly light and easy to handle, and it also has a low seat height, which adds to the practicality and functionality of the bike, but I probably wouldn't take a fully grown adult as a passenger on the back. Oh, that's kind of weird. Now, a lot of people will probably find the 8,888 ringgit showroom price tag a little steep for a 125cc bike. And I agree, especially if you compare it with like a Gapjaya or something like that. Those are faster, more practical, more accessible. Absolutely. I'm not even going to try to argue for the Papio XO as a value proposition. It is basically an expensive toy built for you to have a laugh on. But if you consider it as a toy and look at it from that perspective, I think that the Papio actually hits all the right notes. Yes, I do wish that it felt a little more premium or that it had a little more power. But as it is, I think those trade-offs are well worth the completely unique design and features. Now, if you're interested in picking one up, you can head to the CA Cycle Advance in Kajang to place your order. They have ready stocks at the time of shooting and were also kind enough to let me hog the Papio for a little while.